One day, when I saw the diary of my friend A, who had come out of the countryside. A is a bright person and happened to be in the front row of the entrance ceremony when he approached me, and we have become the best of friends, spending most of our college life together. Sometimes he looks blank or unfocused as he gazes off into the distance. It was when I went to A's house for an overnight stay. A received an urgent call from his part-time job and asked him to work for 3 hours or so. I told him I'll be spending the 3 hours or so just moping around, and I comfortably let him go. A few minutes after A hurriedly left, I saw a notebook bulging on a small table and remembered that he had a college assignment. So I picked up the notebook that A was probably using for class and flipped through it. As one would expect from A, he is a neat person. All of the notes were neatly organized in key points and the contents were really easy to read. With this in mind, I was looking at my notebooks when I noticed one of them, labelled Diary, was mixed in among them. I laughed at him, thinking he was a serious guy keeping a diary even at his age. At the same time, I was curious about the content of the diary. It's an invasion of privacy that peek into the contents of a cell phone, but I took the liberty of rolling up the diary just to get a feel for it. I turned the pages of the diary at random. It says, I entered college, made a friend named Jacob. It was dated about the first day of college and had my name written on it. Knowing the other person's inner workings in this way made me feel a little embarrassed. I was curious to know what kind of person A used to be, so I decided to read through the diary a bit. On the next page it says, I leave my hometown tomorrow. I'm anxious about my new life, but I'm also looking forward to it. I hope I can make friends. This page seems to have been written the day before A left his hometown. I thought so. A seemed to be driven by anxiety. I go back a little further in his journal. On the page of the diary that I skipped a little and rolled up, I read, I had a dream again today. I hope it'll stop. It's past. Please go away. I pause for a heartbeat, then sit down and concentrate on his journal. At this time, A seemed to be having some kind of the same dream, so the text showed that he was frustrated. When I rolled up the diary further, I read, Oh, it's so creepy. Don't keep coming back to my dreams over and over again. Go to Buddha. I want you to go to Buddha. I got the general idea from reading this diary. I thought that it might be someone A knew who had died. A has been having nightmares about this acquaintance in his dreams. That's what I thought. I was curious about who had died, so I flipped through the pages to find a date that might describe this dream and someone's death. 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. The diary rolls on and on. Although the past diary entries were all about the dream, the person in this dream apparently was written as if he had died about 10 years ago. It seems that the person who died 10 years ago still appears in his dream now that A is a college student. 10 years ago, A was probably in upper grade of elementary school. I opened a page of that section of the diary. This diary must have included this deceased person. I thought so. If it is in line with the contents of this diary, it might be death, or considering the vocabulary of these days, an expression like dead or deceased. I trace a string of letters with my fingertips mumbling, dead, 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 as I go back through the diary to find the specific word. Then, I found a diary entry from A's 5th grade year elementary school that mentions the death of his friend, Mr. F. I went to the back of the mountain with Mr. F. We got into a fight, and when I pushed him away, he fell into the pond. I couldn't reach him, and when I noticed, he was gone. I read it out loud and exclaimed, "The school has been noisy since Mr. F disappeared. The police came, and Efkin's parents asked me many questions, but I told them I didn't know anything. I thought he might be dead." From reading this, it seemed that A had not told anyone that he had pushed Mr. F into the pond. Mr. F came to me in my dream. His body is green and he smells. Mr. F is in my dream again. His face was so messed up that I was scared. He was saying something, but I couldn't hear him. "I'm sorry, Mr. F. Please don't come back to my dreams." "I'm sorry, Mr. F. Please forgive me." For a while from there, the diary contained A's apology to Mr. F. The diary, of course, contains other daily life details. It describes fun events such as A's field plays, school trips, or, for that matter, family outings. However, in between the diary entries, he writes about Mr. F in handwriting that looks like a worm had run through it, and with such pressure that one can tell that a lot of effort has been put into the writing. It seemed that every time A had a dream about Mr. F, he recorded it in his diary like this. When I read a few pages and skipped to when A was in junior high school, I stopped rolling the paper because it still says something about Mr. F. They found the remains in that pond. Everyone was asking a fuss about it, but I was scared. But Efkin's death was treated as an accident. When I heard from my parents that they were happy to have found his bones, I felt bitter. Apparently, Mr. F was found, but instead, A seemed to be suffering from guilt. "F, don't show up in my dreams again. I can't hear what you're saying. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Please forgive me, I'm sorry, please forgive me." F's head is gone. Everything is rotten. His eyes are falling out. He's got my leg. He's going to kill me. F killed me for the first time. He blinded me. He squeezed my neck. He shoved mud and insects into my mouth. It was a dream, but it was painful. F is killing me again today. I was hit by a rock many times. It hurt. F was laughing at my eyes and tongue and sludge. He said it's funny when he blinds me. He was biting me like a zombie. I took a deep breath, feeling a little sick. A's junior high school diary was full of frequent shows by Efkin. On average, he seemed to appear in A's dreams 3 times a month, and often 6 times in the best months. In each case, A was killed by Efkin in a dream, but the manner in which it was done was becoming more and more insane by the day. I rolled up the pages as I skimmed them, but occasionally I saw something like, "I was killed again today." Then I get to A's high school years. "Today I killed him, so I won. Yesterday I was killed, but somehow I won. It was fun to break his arms and legs like a caterpillar." I was taken aback by the sudden change in my diary. I keep reviewing that sentence over and over. A's personality, or rather the tone of the narrative in the text, was rough. Moreover, I flinched when I realised that A had killed Mr. F with clear intent to kill him in the dream. I lost again today. It's not fair that I'm still alive even though my guts are out. I mean, don't eat me. I lost again. I threw up this morning because it was grosser than usual today. I've been waiting for a long time. I cracked F's head open and something came out. It was disgusting. When I broke my own fingers, it wasn't a dream, it was reality. Oh, my head hurts. My head hurts. It hurts when I hit it. The F won't go away. The pages of the diary had blood stains on them, and I got the chills. A was crazy at this time. I wonder if F can have appeared in A's dreams that many times. It also seems that A and F are repeatedly killing each other in his dreams. It was a very unimaginable string of letters from the current A. And as I read further into the diary, I found something interesting in last year's diary entries. What is the purpose of F? Is he calling me because he's lonely and alone? Does he keep killing me because I kill him? Maybe if I take someone to that pond, I won't dream about it anymore. I'll get you someone to play with instead of me. I to be to that pond. I prayed to the pond where F sank. This is my new friend. Do what you want with him. I muttered in my mind. B attempted suicide. I haven't seen F in my dreams for about 3 months, but today I saw him in my dream. If I take my friend to that pond. I took C to the pond. Dear F, here is your next friend. C did pretty well and held up pretty well. Dear F, just wait until I call my next friend. D was ruined immediately. I didn't expect him to die in the accident. I mean, did F do it? Where should I go to college? I have to make friends who come to my hometown, or else F will get annoyed. I think he's a very friendly guy. If I invite him, he might come to my hometown. We should get to know each other better. I told F about my new friend and he was happy. I got killed 3 times today, but it's going to be a good thing. I think I'm getting to know him pretty well. I'll ask him out next summer or so, and F is looking forward to it. I was so upset I couldn't help it. My name spelled out as a matter of course in A's post-college diary. In the diary, A is trying to invite me to the pond in the example, to make me a playmate of Mr. F. I don't know what happened to B, C and D who appeared in the diary, but only D is clearly marked as an accidental death. But I don't know anything about the others except that they were unhappy. For me, that was the scariest part. If I were to be taken to the pond by A, what would happen then? I wonder if I would dream about Mr. F like A did. And I'm going to be killed by Mr. F in my dreams too? For as long as I live? Or am I going to die in an accident like D in the diary? Just imagining Mr. F in a text made my blood boil. Maybe this is just A's creation. I may be thinking too much. I was about to read some more when I heard the door open from the front porch. It seems that A came home. Apparently, I've been crazy about this diary for nearly 3 hours. I quickly put the diary back in its original position and acted like I was lying down and playing with my phone. Then I walked into the room and said to A, "Oh, welcome back." It's a casual look on my face. A seemed to be looking around the room with some kind of eye contact, but immediately said to me, "Sorry I got a part-time job suddenly. Here's a souvenir," and put the bag with a burger on the table. At that point, A's gaze obviously moved towards the diary example, but I said, "Oh, a burger, thank you." And with a soaring performance, I pulled the burger out of the bag. I was in such a hurry that my mind wouldn't rest unless I was doing something anyway. But as I was eating my cheeseburger, A unexpectedly looked at his phone and said, "Hey, if you're free, why don't you come to my hometown for winter break? There are some interesting places." Needless to say, my cheeseburger chewing stopped. I am sure that what was written in A's diary was either A's own fiction, which she had no intention of showing to anyone, or just A's delusions. I responded vaguely, "Well, I'll think about it."